Hi, my name's Sandra, and I'm a student in the physical therapy department at KU Med. I'm in my third year of their doctorate program and will graduate in May. Currently in my full-time clinicals. So a little bit about physical therapy, for those of you that don't know, is that there are many settings that you can work in a hospital, in a long-term care facility, outpatient, but basically it's just getting patients recovered from injuries or declines in health by getting them, mobilizing them, getting them to get up and move, do things for themselves in that way, and having them heal. It does incorporate a lot of exercises or even just functional tasks like getting up to walk. And then there's like the hands-on components of doing like joint mobilizations, deep tissue releases and stuff like that. So I started off at K-State for undergrad, and I started off as a biology major. I knew I wanted to go into the medical field just because I have passion with working with patients and helping people and the human body, but I wasn't sure at first I wanted to do physical therapy. I had physical therapy a lot when in high school after tearing my ACL playing basketball, but I wasn't really confirmed in that career path. And so I started off biology just because I thought that was really the major that everybody went into. I'm a first gen student, and so I didn't really have family members to really talk to about it, and I should have probably done more with my counselor in high school, but just like didn't know and just thought like biology. So I started off there, and it was actually kind of rough for me, my worst academic past. And after my sophomore year, I talked to my counselor and decided that I did want to do physical therapy after talking to more classmates and stuff. And I switched to kinesiology as my major and loved it so much more, fit in more, and was able to get my grades up a lot higher. So I think one thing that would have really helped myself in high school was doing more research and shadowing more, making that decision sooner rather than later, and even what part of the medical field I wanted to go into, just because it would have saved me a lot of money, a lot of time, and a lot of stress for my college self. So I definitely recommend getting out there and reaching out to different health professions if you're unsure, or even if you think you are sure, still shadowing those people and confirming that that's what you want to do. In undergrad, I ended up shadowing physical therapists a lot, and so that solidified my choice to go to grad school for it, but wish I would have done that sooner. And so how do I balance school, study, and everyday life? For that, it was kind of hard to get into a routine. It was a lot more studying in physical therapy school than anything else, really. I had to put some things on hold. But then once I got the swing of things, I think for myself, sticking to like a routine of like, I'll wake up at this time, like go to the gym, go to school, take advantage of like my lunch breaks and stuff, and then be able to like hang out with classmates while we study and make it fun, or different things like that. Definitely studying for me, I have to study by myself first. That way I'm really concentrating and absorbing the information, and then it's super helpful to get into groups and talk about things, because if you're able to talk about it, then you have to know what you're saying. So it helps you really get the information down better, and it's more fun. And the thought of student debt after I earn my degree. So, I mean, grad school is really expensive, and so I took out FAFSA loans, and I try not to like think about it too hard because I'll be making an income later, but I think just controlling my spending, making a budget for myself. I did work my second semester after starting PT school. I got a job as like a caretaker, and so I could set my own hours kind of, and it had to do with the health fields and everything, and I liked it, and it was really laid back, a stress-free type of job to do during school. And so if you're able to, I know not everyone is based on like their different schooling and career paths, but that helped just with like groceries, rent, things like that. And then, like I said, like doing research about your classes before you take them. That way you are able to really be strict with that sort of thing and not waste your money on a class that you probably don't need. Talking to your counselors a lot, just a lot of communication and connecting with them, which will also be good for like recommendation letters in the future and all of that stuff. So if you guys have any more questions, you can feel free to definitely email me. My email is SIB as in boy, ARRA at kumed.edu. And I can talk like more about my journey. I can, if you guys have any more questions too. I know I struggled a lot academically my first year, and then getting my grades back on track and really focusing and hitting the books hard for that, I think is what helped me get into PT school, and just forming connections with the PT clinics around Manhattan when I was there, getting a job and working there. So be happy to give like any advice or anything. So I wish you guys all the best of luck in your future studies and your career paths, and just try to really focus on not just stressing about school, but also making time for yourself and what you need to relax and have fun.